Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Mel, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I quickly and effectively edit playthrough videos. So that clip y'all just watched was edited using the exact technique that I'm going to show you in this video. I've used this editing technique working with Jason Richardson, Jeff Loomis, Phil Scrazzo, Signs of the Swarm, Car Bomb, and many of the NAMM playthroughs that I've done over the years. I've also used this technique with music videos, but unfortunately the only thing that this doesn't work on is drums because it's so loud. So the hack that I'm going to be using for this video is called the Multicam clip. This also exists in Adobe Premiere and DaVinci Resolve, but for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use it in Final Cut. If you're an experienced video editor, you may already be using this tool. But over the years, many of my friends have asked me to help them edit their videos, and I've noticed that they just don't use multicam clips. So if you're a beginner, using multicam clips is a must. So the multicam clip is a feature that is included in most video editors that consolidates the clips, synchronizes your footage, and you can hotkey your cuts to simplify the workflow. So the one big mistake that I've seen beginning creators do is that they'll throw all of their footage in a pile and cut in between them to go in between sections, adding and removing sections of the clip in order to get the proper take in the timeline. And to be honest, that's really time consuming. Using the multicam syncs your footage down so you can simply click one button or click on the picture that you're seeing on the screen in order to cut to the take that you want to see during that piece in the content. The common misconception about multicam clips is that you can only use multicam clips when 2 cameras are filming at the same time, or 3 cameras are filming at the same time, or if you're using an external audio recorder and filming that at the same time. In this video, I'm going to teach you that you don't only have to use it for that application. You can take one camera, move it to the room in 3 different locations, and still use the multicam clip to sync that all up. So let's start off on how I film my guitar playthroughs. In most of my videos, I'm usually standing at one of 3 places when I film the playthroughs. The first angle, I shoot the whole take through standing right in front of the guitar player, usually with a wide angle to show off their setup. And with the second angle, I usually film the picking hand and go up the fretboard on this side and do the same on the other side, going from the headstock down to the picking hand, panning back and forth looking for cool options with the fretting hand. All 3 of these takes are filmed 3 separate times, so the guitar player will play the song 3 times in a row, and I'll stand in a different place and record the action. And I usually stand at different places, or I switch lenses if I want more variety in my takes. As for the audio, I'm usually recording the guitarist each take in the background and I comp those takes, but that's a different video. But the important thing is, in the background, I'm also running the click track and the MP3 of the song in the background, blasting, so my camera is picking up that audio. It doesn't matter what mic you have, as long as the camera is somewhat recording the audio, this is the kicker. But I'll get to that later in the video. So with that all being said, let's jump into the computer so I can show you exactly how I do it. All right, so we're here at the computer editing down some footage of my buddy Damon from the band Of Virtue. So shout out to Of Virtue. They flew me out a week ago to do some tour content with them, as well as some guitar playthroughs and general content that they can use on their social media platforms. And this is one of the videos that I'm working on for them. So notice that I've edited everything down. So right now I'm going to start a new project and show you exactly how I edit down everything. So the first step is to create the multicam clip. So right now I have 3 angles of Damon playing guitar, and I also have 3 additional tripod angles that I can use just in case I wanted to have some static shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the video takes that I'm going to use along with the MP3 of the song. I'm going to right click it and say new multicam clip. I'm going to title it something that resembles the project. So OV, this song's called Surrounded, and then I'm going to put MC for multicam just so I don't lose track of it. Then I'm going to click this box, use audio for synchronization. With that, everything should fall into place. And it'll present me the multicam clip over here. It should be highlighted, so I'm going to double click it to edit it. And right now you can see that it referenced the MP3 of the song and the elements in the audio to create and synchronize all of the footage that I shot. Notice that all of this footage was filmed just with 2 cameras, one on a tripod and one handheld. I only own 2 cameras, this A7S III and the A7 III that I have behind me. So with that being said, I have 6 angles to work with. So I had Damon play this 3 times, and I moved the tripod and myself around to get these different angles. So in addition to that, I played the audio back through the laptop, and it sounded like this during the guitar takes. As you can hear, the click is running in the background and the MP3 is playing out of the interface or the laptop. And for you, any set of speakers that can be blasting the music in the background. Basically, we're going to use that audio in the background so the AI can sync the footage up in the video editor so we can get a solid synchronization. So right now, I'm going to check that synchronization. I'm going to blast the song, select mute the camera audio, and just go in between the takes. Everything looks pretty solid, everything looks consistent, and it does look like his playing is lining up for the most part with the MP3. So I do this as I'm recording the guitar player so I can have multiple takes of the guitar player, because guitar is usually edited and recorded in stereo, and I usually mix and edit the audio separately, but that's for a different video. All right, so after I've double checked the multicam clip and the quality of the sync, I'm going to head over to the new project example and just drag the multicam clip here. I have a little bit of this extra dead area or non-usable footage just because I was rolling the camera. So, and since the MP3 is referenced first, I'm going to cut that out. And it's as easy as pressing a few buttons to edit down the clip. So I'm not going over color correction or anything like that in this video. I'm only showing off the multicam clip. So let's check it out. Right now, I'm only going to press the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to just toggle through the angles. And as you can tell, it's that easy to cut in between the takes. If you have a good enough computer, or if you proxy the footage, you can actually just watch all the takes and click through each angle. So here's just a few tips that I had for y'all. I usually like to have and memorize the order of the footage that I import everything in. So I usually like to order everything from like front, left, and right. And then I'll usually do that and make sure the edit is front, left, and right here. So I can grab this little, like this little hamburger looking thing in order to reorder the footage. So I'm going to do that real quick. So front, left, and right. And then I usually, after the song is imported, I'll pull the song to the very bottom because I don't need it taking up the #1 key in my hotkeys. Before I get to the cutting, I usually tend to do this. I usually pull the audio and then mute the front track. And that way I have the main audio playing and then the track that I'm doing the cuts on quiet. Then I'll proceed to do the cut. Super simple. I'm just pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and then going in between the angles. Also, the next tip that I have is I like to do my coloring or color correction or matching in here, and then put an adjustment layer over the rest of the project to finalize my color grading. So what I'll do, for instance, in here is like if something's too bright, I can adjust each angle. I'm going to make a dramatic take here, but I can adjust each angle specific take. And every time that angle appears, it has the color correction or adjustment that I did included. That way I can only work on editing each angle and making sure that my adjustments are consistent across the board rather than me having to edit each individual clip and making sure each one has the adjustments that I wanted. This allows me to stay a lot more consistent across the board when I'm editing. All right, so that's how I use my multicam clips in my editing workflow. If there's anything I missed and you're an experienced editor, please let me know in the comments below. It would really help out those who are watching this video trying to elevate their content. And I know this isn't a super in-depth video on how to use multicam clips, but I really hope this gives musicians a good example of using this tool outside of the box to improve their workflow. All right, so there you have it. That's my process in editing and filming guitar playthroughs or instrument playthroughs. This also works for music videos too, but your results may vary because the drums are pretty loud, so I usually try to have the PA blasting in the background, you know, just to make work. Anyways, if you found this helpful, please hit the like button, sub to the channel if you haven't already, ring the bell for notifications, and comment down in the comment section below any questions for a music relevant content creator. I'm really trying to find a way to help music-centric content creators find their home in content creation nowadays. Over the last 5 years, I've spent a lot of time creating a lot of content for different brands and bands all across the industry. And with a lot of my experience, I think this will be super useful for a lot of people, especially if they're starting out. So please let me know if there's anything you want me to teach that you've seen me done in the past in the comment section below, or if there's any plugins or gear that I should try to get my hands on and showcase to all of y'all. So again, my name's Mel. I hope you all found this helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one.